Okay, in this podcast, we're going to go over a few questions from your in-class handout, which is also on Schoology. Please do the questions first, as I'm going to try to explain some of the answers. We'll try to keep this short and to the point. Okay, question number 4. The answer is A, structuralism. Why isn't it functionalism? Okay, so it's important to remember first that the modern perspectives of psychology, many of the modern schools still use and are still interested in some of both the techniques and the topics of these early schools. So for instance, you can see a link between cognitive psychology and structuralism. You can see a link between functionalism and evolutionary psychology. Okay? Now, the other thing that's important about this question when we break it down is this right here, asking people to describe their experience. Well, that is a term from Myers' book. This would be asking someone to do introspection, right? Functionalists are not so interested in asking people their personal experience of a sensation, smell, right? That's a sensation. What they're interested in is what is the purpose, what is the function of this sensation of smell. They're not interested in, or they're much less interested in trying to break down conscious experience into its smaller components, if there are any. They're more interested in the function it serves, the purpose it serves to help us, in terms of evolution, adapt to our environment. Structuralists, on the other hand, remember, they're influenced by chemistry. What they're trying to do is break down conscious experience into things like quality, intensity, and they also had this term called feeling and tone, and that's connected to whether or not we liked something, whether it was pleasant or unpleasant. Think the smell of perfume versus the smell of rotting food. That would be feeling and tone. You don't need to know those three, but I think it helps you to understand what they're going for. They're going for what are the composite components of something. Think H2O, water, right? That's what water is made out of, H2O, 2 hydrogens for 1 oxygen. So that's what they're interested in. So that's why it's structuralism. Now, question 5, John Watson. You'll need to know that he is kind of the father of behaviorism. He's influenced by Pavlov, right? So the answer here is D. Remember that he's connected to empiricism. He believes that only the things that we can observe and see with our senses are the things we should actually evaluate and analyze. A would actually be humanistic psychology, so someone like Carl Rogers or Maslow, right? B would be the psychoanalytic and the psychodynamic perspective, okay? And then C would be the biological psychology. Okay, so you have to recognize those as well. But the key here is that outward behavior for the behaviorist is all that is fair game. So those are the answers to these 2 questions. I hope that helped a little bit, and we'll post another vodcast as well.